Welcome back everyone to the channel. Marco Collective Gamer 77 here, or Marco CG 77, and today is a snowy day here in Washington, which means it'd be a great day for some indoor projects. And for today's project, we will be replacing the buttons on the Neo Geo MVSX unit by Unico. I ordered these buttons of my own money from Focus Attack, and these are the Suzo Happ Convex style competition long stem push button, and again in the colors to basically replace the ones that's on the MVSX itself. When you do order the buttons, you can select what type of micro switches it comes with. I decided to go with the Cherry D44X 75 gram micro switch, and basically it's pretty straightforward. The way it works, as you can see here, there is a little switch that it fixes and hits based on the actuator when you push the button. So this button here hits that micro switch, and the way that happens is after affixing the button to the control panel, this actuator will hit this button. What you'll need to do first, of course, is upon removing the control panel, you will need to unscrew this retaining ring, which holds it in place. You will slide this button into the control panel itself, replace the retaining ring, and then you'll put in the micro switch with this hole right here into the front slot here, and then the rear hole into the rear slot here. And the reason why you do that afterwards is once you do put this micro switch on, you can't insert and reinsert unscrew and then reinsert this retaining ring. So you do that one at a time. And then what you'll do is also connect the control wires from the board itself on the control panel to these wires here. So that will be a fun project. And I'll of course be taking a video as I go through the process. All right, guys, so we are going to go ahead and mod the Neo Geo MVSX and buttons. I'm keeping the sticks, and to do that we'll need to remove these three covers and then the screws underneath on both sides. I do recommend Phillips head screwdriver and a pair of needle nose pliers for the wires later on that affix itself to the buttons. All right, and of course once the covers are removed, you can see the three screws right there, so pretty straightforward. I do recommend using just a manual Phillips screw so that way you don't overstrip or damage any of the vinyl. All right, now once all the screws are removed on both sides, and again this is just those three screws, so again 1, 2, 3, you should be able to go ahead and move the control panel forward. Actually, let me try this with both hands, so I'm going to have to stop this video. Got both hands, and then now you're going to be careful because there is a data ribbon, much like the arcade 1-ups, right here that you're going to want to unplug, as you can see right there, and you don't want that to get ruined. All right, now that's out of the way, here you can see the actual control panel for the Neo Geo MVSX. As I mentioned, I am a fan of these sticks as far as built-in. Again, they're still clones, but they work really well compared to the arcade 1-up sticks. As you can see, you've got the speakers right here. Fortunately, all the wires or leads that go for each button are also color-coded. And as you can see here, much like the arcade 1-up buttons, they are fixed into place by those little snaps. And you can press that in either by your fingers, or you can also use maybe like a flathead screwdriver and slowly take them out. I use the flat nose or needle nose pliers to slide these out if you're having difficulty sliding them out with your fingers. So otherwise, pretty straightforward. Here's a control board. Fortunately, not too much glue, but I am going to be reusing the wires, so I don't plan to make any changes to that effect. I will just be replacing the physical buttons, as you can see here. All right, but I did get the button out, and as you can see, the Suzo Happ long stem fits quite well. Once I do that, I just need to screw down that affixing plate and then put on the DX44 switch. And there it is with the actual affixing plate right on it. It's nice and solid. Alright, so here are all the Happ buttons in. One thing you do need to be careful of is I unfortunately snapped that piece here when I was trying to slide this back on. It still seems to work, but I think over time just gravity will let that slide up and down. So I may just glue the piece back on just to fix this into place, or just buy another button since it's only $2. So that's definitely a lesson learned, just to be careful. I put a little bit more pressure than I thought on this little arm here for the yellow button. But otherwise, there it is. Now just waiting. I have to order the wires so I can fix that. So here's what it looks like with the buttons in place. I do need to get some replacement wires. I did try to do the crimping and uncrimping of the current leads to try to widen them. Unfortunately, I had some misfails where it kind of bent a little too much and I snapped the lead off. So otherwise, I was able to test it and it does work, but unfortunately does not hold very well. So I am going to wait for the second part is to actually rewire everything. But the buttons already feel a lot better, of course, since these are genuine Happ parts with DX44 micro switches. So, alrighty, so pause for now. Alright everyone, it was just a quick update. So the wiring harness did arrive. I will add the link over to the description. Fortunately, it is literally just plug and play. It's 20 cents per wire harness. Definitely recommend picking it up. So here you're seeing the shots of the Suzo Happ long stem convex sticks. Prefer those. And it works really well along with the 2-pin wire harness, which you'll see at the end. Works perfectly. Please like and subscribe.